Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Once again, we're back with another video for you guys. So, me and Roxanne have been relaxing this week like we've wanted to do. We had to go pick up my mom's cars and the motorcycle and everything, and that came out really good.
Yeah.
Real easy thing to do. But we have a bunch of projects around here. It's always something to do around here.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of projects that we want to start working on, but we're going to be taking the rest of this week off, and that's why we're making this video for you guys, because we would like your guys' opinion on what we should start next. All right, guys. So we did go down to the lumber yard, and we just bought materials for a bunch of different projects, but like I said, we don't know which ones exactly or which one we're going to start. We did get a bunch of treated 4x4 lumber and some deck blocks for our decks. And we started laying stuff out to get more of a visualization, like right here, and different things on the small shed deck, the game room deck. But we haven't started anything on that yet.
No, we're just moving lumber around.
Yeah, we're just moving lumber around. Let me show you guys. So this is basically going to be the size of the deck for the big house. It doesn't go all the way across. And the reason for that is because when we have stairs right over here, when we park and we want to be able to walk up, we don't want the stairs to like stick out past the house.
Yeah, want it to be kind of tucked away.
Yeah, and kind of end with the house. And so that's, if you guys are wondering why it's not going all the way across, that's the reason why. And both of these decks that we're going to build, they are going to have an awning on them.
Yes.
So they're going to be covered decks. Another project we need to do is I need to build a lean-to back here. I know it's super messy. We just threw some stuff over here right now because we're busy, but so we want to have a lean-to back here. Okay, like a two, I guess, part lean-to, two cubbies or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Not cubbies, but two-spot lean-to.
Yeah, two sections.
Two-section lean-to.
And it's basically going to be the whole length of the game room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be 20 feet.
Yeah.
Not sure how wide, I guess, or long it'll be. No, long. I don't know the width of it yet.
Yeah, how far it's going to stick out.
But this is a big thing we need, and there's reasons for that. And what's that?
Well, the reason why we wanted to do this, partly, one, for wood storage, for when the house is done and we are going to have our wood stove in there. Two, I'd like to have a nice dry place to cut wood and work, especially during the winter coming up. It's going to be cold and rainy.
Yeah.
So I want to have a good place to cut some wood when it's dry, you know?
Because right now we're cutting everything outside, which is fine. We don't want to work in the house cutting everything up because that's going to be a ton of sawdust.
Yeah,
and it's just going to be so messy in there.
Yeah, and it's just going to be in the way when we're trying to build stuff, you know, moving things out of the way.
Yeah.
And just, it's going to be a headache.
So this is a project we need to get going on sometime soon. And the deck is a project we need to get going on soon. So you guys know why we want this lean-to. So we have a clean place to work. Think of it like a mini workshop that's, you know, not fully enclosed right now. But then also it's going to be able to store firewood and keep everything dry.
Yeah.
And the deck for the big house is needed before we start working on the inside of the house.
Yeah. I'm sure everybody's thinking, why aren't you guys going to just start on the big house?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And let us explain, guys.
Yes, we have
But
reasons.
on the deck out here, let me show you. On this side of the deck in the house, right where Roxanne's at. So here's where the deck comes out to. This is 10 feet right here. So think of on the deck a room. From right before this window, it's about 6 feet or so, yeah, 6 by 10 room. So right here up and then out, you know, is gonna be a room built on the deck.
Yes.
And mounted up here in the room. Okay, once it's enclosed, it's going to be insulated. It's going to be built 16 on center. It's going to be insulated on the ground. Everything like that. It's a room.
It's a bed. Yeah, a room.
It's a room.
It's a room.
But this is going to be Roxane's laundry room. This is also going to be some food storage. And the biggest part of it all, this is where the electrical panel is going to go on the outside, inside the room. The tankless water heater is going to go here. And we need those things up and situated and mounted and where they're going to be
before we can start.
Before we can start running piping and electrical and everything else.
Yeah.
We know that we could run like electrical, let's say, right? We can run it to around over here on the inside, just not cut it through. I know we could do that.
We could.
But I'd like to have everything ready to go before we start that.
Yeah, I'd like to know that even if this room's not done, just the deck's just built, and we kind of have like a little layout of where how the rooms is. At least if we have a place to put it and, you know, work at it while we're doing the big shed, because the big shed's gonna take us a while. We could, I guess, like you just said, do all the electrical on the inside, on the outside perimeter, not through the walls that we're gonna build, but on the outside, and then run it kind of right here when we think it's gonna be. But I'd like to know. Yeah. Kind of like how we did the small shed. We knew where the power was coming from and going.
Yeah, and so we ran everything to that.
Yeah.
Another thing for not starting the house yet, me and Roxane, we need to sit down. We haven't even honestly sat down and said, okay, I'd like to have an outlet here. I'd like to have an outlet there.
Yeah.
What about these type of lights? We're gonna have to run them there. We have ideas, but nothing is like set in stone. And we actually did that with the game room. We went in there and we were in there for like 2 hours thinking of everything that we'd want to put where and this, that, and change things. And
oh yeah, well, I mean, I know in some of the comments people were saying about the power on the TV, having it right there, and originally we had that.
We did have that up there.
Yeah, we had a box there ready to go and everything, but we...
And the reason why for that, if you're wondering why we didn't do that, is because I was like, well, I'm gonna have to run a porthole regardless for the HDMI cables and stuff.
Yeah.
I said, why make more holes in the drywall? Let me just make a porthole and I'll run power up to the TV where it's at, and it's worked out great.
Yeah.
And it looks good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We haven't done that kind of stuff yet for the house.
No.
And Shadow's been following us around. She loves us. She comes out and plays and climbs trees and hides from Jaina.
No, she hasn't been hiding too much from Jaina.
Jaina's so mean to these cats, I swear.
She don't care.
You should stop being so mean to these kitty cats. They're part of your family now. So Roxane wants me to show you her grass.
Yeah, it's been a little while since I've updated.
I know you guys seen it, but
check it out.
It's getting there.
Yeah, it's getting nice.
It's getting pretty long. I mean, if this was full blown everywhere, we'd have to mow it. But it's still really patchy, so we're just letting it go.
Yeah, I'm letting it go.
We're letting it go. Plus, this deck is going to cover some of the grass. And this one won't, but it'll cover some of this stuff.
Some of it. It's starting to fill in the patchy areas, like over there. It's filling in nice.
It's filling in the patchy areas?
Yeah, and over here it is filling it in, but
yeah,
it's turning out nice.
Another thing we were thinking about, or talking about, is I know we can go inside the house and start framing out the walls for like the bedrooms and the bathroom and different stuff, but once me and Roxane start working on the house, we don't want to stop working on it.
No, that's gonna be
our inside.
Yeah, that's gonna be just kind of like how it was for the game room. Every day we're
Every day.
over here. Hey, we're back.
Yeah, burnt out, tired, just
sick of looking at it.
Yeah. So we thought about that too, but we're gonna do that once we're ready to be in there full time every day, working on it, getting things
dedicating
going.
Our whole lives to the
the
house.
Because there's a lot of other things to do around here still. So that was a thought, but that's not what we're gonna do. Just thought I'd throw that out there for you guys. It's a doable thing, but we're not gonna do it yet.
Yeah, really soon, really soon we'll be we'll be in there working.
I was just thinking, we didn't really explain how we're gonna build the decks and the awnings.
Yeah.
But I got a bunch of 2x6 treated lumber. Okay, and I got those 4x4s you guys seen, posts, and all the deck blocks, like the footers, right? We're gonna dig down these footers a little bit, pretty much down to the line, about like right here. You guys can see that, this line. These are gonna be in the ground. Probably a little bit of gravel on there once we dig it down to keep it solid. And then basically the big house is gonna be 4 boxes with floor joists in them.
Yeah, 4 10x10 boxes.
Yeah, 10x10 boxes.
Uh-huh.
So 10x10 box, 10x10 box, and so on and so forth. It's gonna have 5 4x4 posts that are gonna go up to support the awning, with 2 2x6 headers or boards creating a header that are gonna go across. And then in the middle of this big deck, there's also gonna be these deck footers for support throughout the middle of the deck.
Yeah, just on the big deck.
Just on the big one.
Yeah, we don't need it on the small.
No. The small deck, that's not attached, by the way, guys. That's just, if you're wondering, that's just so when we get measurements out, we're kind of flat against the house where it would be on the ground. If you guys are wondering. It's just a visual for us. The small shed deck is only going to be 6 feet out.
Yeah.
This is more of a, this is going to be like a standing deck. Like if you just need to come outside and breathe some fresh air real quick or something, you know.
Yeah, just a deck. You know, we need stairs obviously to get inside. And
yeah, you guys seen our stairs?
Yeah, our makeshift stairs.
That's why we, so now, if for some of you maybe are wondering why we don't have stairs built, this is why.
Yeah.
We have to build the decks first.
Yeah.
Because the stairs for this are going to come out to like right here. Is roughly right about where, probably right here, where the stairs are going to hit.
Yeah, and the deck's probably going to be like out to here roughly.
Yep.
And then the steps there.
And then something to connect down. We're not sure yet. We're going to figure that out.
After.
We do have plans, but we decided once this deck's done, then we'll come up with a good plan. I'm glad that didn't fall on her. Almost did. Good plan to connect the two in a way we want, or not connect the two. We're not sure yet.
Yeah, we're not sure. We got some, I think we need to lay out the decks first and get those built. That way we can see it and then figure out what we want to do.
Yep.
And how we want to do it.
Yep, so those are the 2 things we thought of, guys, that need to get done. I'd like to get both of these things done before the end of the year. I know 100% that's fully doable. These things shouldn't, here's my famous line, shouldn't take too long, right? Yeah, right, for us. Never done it before, but I do have, I will say this, just if you guys are wondering, I do have somebody that's been doing woodworking and carpentry for like 45 years. I've been talking to him and he's been giving me advice of the how-tos, don't-dos, and just so you guys know. So I'm not going in this deck blind.
No, plus, you know, you've talked to other people.
Yes.
Other than, you know, one.
Oh, yeah, I know. We've done a lot of research, a lot of different things. So yeah. So my biggest goal for this and the lean-to is make sure they're safe. They don't fall over, they don't crack, they don't break, you know, and they look nice. So I'm gonna leave, or after this video is up and you guys are watching it, go back and check on the community tab. I'm gonna have a poll on there. We'd really like you guys just to put a quick vote on what you guys think our next project starting next week should be.
Yep.
Whatever gets the most votes is that we're gonna start working on. And we're happy to do either one. So whatever wins, we're good. Yeah. We're ready to go.
Both projects need to get done. So if it's one, we'll do the other one later, after, or, you know.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll start on the one that wins, and then right when that one's done, we'll take a day or 2 off, and then
work on the next.
Get back at it.
And then we can start the big house.
Yep. Once those are done.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, only 2 things that are holding us up right now.
Yep, because nothing else around here that I'm seeing is like, oh my God, we desperately need to get this done like right now. Like around the property.
No, I mean,
I'm talking about stuff we can do.
Yeah, I mean, there's little things I can think of that we could do.
Like the skirting needs to be finished.
Yeah, we gotta finish the skirting.
That's only really one wall, and that's another thing. That's why there's no skirting right here, guys.
Yeah.
Because the deck.
Yeah, we're gonna put her on the deck.
We're gonna put the skirting on the deck. So, but there's always something to do. I think these are needed first right now.
Well, yeah, we obviously, like I said, we want to start on the house, but
Yeah. Other things need to be done first.
yeah.
So, let us know what you guys think, and we will go from there.
Yeah.
So I guess we will catch you guys all on the next one. Bye.